Hello and welcome back to my channel. I am Christy Van with Vantastic Finances, and on this channel I teach Velocity Banking. So today we're working with a lady that wants to get out of some debt. She currently has an income of $8,149. She has $7,093 in expenses, which leaves her a cash flow of $1,056. She has a Discover loan that has a $690 payment, a Citi card at $166, an American Express card at $221, a Discover card at $125, Community at $87, then a Navient loan at $182 a month. So we're going to be using a $20,000 line of credit to remove this debt. So I am figuring the interest at 18% on this line of credit. I wanted to do that today because I wanted you to see how an 18% interest rate can still beat these loans. It's almost miraculous, right? So when you feel like you are struggling, that you're paycheck to paycheck, you really may not be, because even though she has over $1,000 in cash flow a month, she still feels like she's suffocating. And as I have explained in other videos, when you are working out of your checking account, you do feel like you're smothering. You do feel like you're paycheck to paycheck. But getting a line of credit to remove your debt takes away that suffocating feeling. It's just like the old Poison song said in the 80s. Not a dime, I can't pay my rent. I can barely make it through the week. Do you remember that song? I'm always working, slaving every day, but you ain't looking for nothing but a good time, right? Exactly. We all want to enjoy our lives. There's nothing wrong with that. And being covered up with debt is no fun. Anybody that's experienced that knows that this weighing feeling of a ton of bricks on your shoulders is not a fun feeling. And if you're doing that with debt, then there is a saving grace, and it's called a line of credit. This is the way we're going to use her line of credit. So we're going to start by taking this Discover loan and paying it off with this line of credit. Remember, it's at 18%. Let's see how far we can go with an 18% credit line. Now, if you are with a bank that's charging you 18% on a personal line of credit, that's pretty high, okay? So you may want to look for another bank that has a better interest rate. But even with the 18%, we're going to show through this scenario how she's still going to be a winner. There are other ways to beat the interest while you're working down your debt in a line of credit. You could get a 0% credit card. You could transfer some of the debt into it. So if she transferred Navient into a 0% credit card, that's going to save her this loan drawing any more interest at all. She could do that as she wanted to with all of them. But today we're just using this line of credit. So let's see how quickly she can be out of debt with just using a high interest line of credit. So we would pay off the Discover loan with this line of credit. Her income in month one would go in. It doesn't matter if it's weekly, bi-weekly, monthly, daily. Just make sure you're transferring your income into that line of credit. Her balance would come down to $72.06. Her expenses then would come out. Now, why are her expenses lower here than what I'm showing here? Well, this had a $690 monthly payment. We got to take that away because she wiped this loan out. That'll bring her balance back up to $13,609, and then she'll have interest that comes out. Now remember, this is 18%, but it's not only 18%. I charged on the high balance. Is that what the banks do? No. They do an average daily balance. So they'll charge the 18% based on what the average daily balance is of the account on the statement date. In month two, her income will go in again, bringing her balance down to $56.91. The expenses and the interest will come back out. In month three, she'll do the same thing, income in, bringing her balance down to $4,150. We're going to pay off American Express, the $68.30. So this $221 payment is now removed from the expenses, and now her expenses are $6,182 a month. We're going to add in some interest. Her balance will be back up to $17,347. Then in month four, she puts that income in again. Her expenses and her interest have to come out again. And notice the interest is a little higher because I took it off of the high balance, $17,347. In month five, her income will go in. The expenses and the interest come out. Month six, her income goes in. The expenses and interest come back out. Month seven, her income goes in. She's down to $4,001 for the balance on this line of credit. So in month seven, she's going to pay off Citi, Discover card, Community. She's already paid off the Discover loan and the American Express. So she only has one debt left in 7 months. Now we're just working this down. So after her expenses are reduced again, because all of these payments are no longer in her expenses every month, we're going to add all of this together and the balance will be at $19,622. Now, would I take a balance up that high if this was her only line of credit? Absolutely not. But because she has the Discover card, the Citi card, the American Express card, that's kind of going to serve as an emergency fund as she runs this debt down, she will have those cards available to use in the event she has an urgent need, an emergency, the appliance breaks, whatever. So keep that in mind. If this was her only line of credit, I wouldn't want it to go above 50% because she needs to leave room for life events because they're going to happen. But with that being said, she has the other credit cards that she can lean on in the event she has something that she needs credit for. So moving on into month 8, her income is going to go in, bringing her balance down to $11,473. Her expenses and her interest will come back out. Month 9, same thing, income in, expenses and interest out. Month 10, income in, her balance is down to $7,342. Her expenses and interest will come back out. Then in month 11, income goes in, bringing her balance to $5,230. She will do this for an additional 2.5 months approximately. Then if she wants to add in the Navient at $12,382, pay that last loan off, she is debt-free. She's just working this down now. So she will rinse and repeat for an additional 5.5 months, meaning that in less than 19 months, she has paid off $44,184. I know I'm tickled. I'm sure she will be too. This is easy, guys. You can do it. I know you can. If I can do it, anyone can. And once you get into the system and you get to the joy of doing Velocity Banking, you're never going to go back. You're going to know how to enjoy your life financially because you're always going to have credit to help you work through anything that you need to work through. As long as you have cash flow and you have lines of credit and you're keeping your spending under control, we don't want to take our HELOCs and buy cars necessarily. We'd like to obtain more property maybe and for debt removal, but new TVs, even remodeling. There are some things you should and shouldn't do with a HELOC. If you're out of debt, you know how to do Velocity Banking, then yes, you can buy the car. You can do the remodeling. But remember what I said, take care of your lines of credit. They are the best friends you'll have financially. They will help you build your credit scores. They will help you keep your credit scores up. So take care of them. And always keep more than enough credit so that you have credit in the event you need it. I mean, your car could break down, so you need a way to pay for that on the same day. Credit is the way to do it and help you live in peace. I want peace for every single one of you out there watching this today. I know you can do it. If I can do it, anyone can do it. And I know you can. Remember, your giving is a huge part of your financial responsibilities. We need to be giving. We need to be tithing. We need to be increasing the kingdom as we increase, because then we'll increase more and we can do more giving. Never forget about your giving, because that's probably going to be the way you break free financially. I'm done preaching, but I'm telling you, it worked for me. And anything that works for me, I want to share with you. And all of the comments I'm getting from you guys telling me how good you're doing, how your credit scores are increasing, how much debt that you have removed in just the last 2, 3, 4 months, that literally just makes me ecstatic. I applaud you all for what you're doing. I know that you are going to have complete success, and I am excited to hear from you. I'm excited to hear your stories, your testimonies of how well this is working for you and how the peace is flowing into your life because you have found the real way you should have been doing finances all of these years. Just thank the Lord that you found the information when you did, and let's run with it. I hope you guys have a terrific week. Thank you for joining me today. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them below. I do read YouTube comments. I do love them. I appreciate them. And I look forward to seeing you in the next video.